Hey, are you an aspiring course creator and want to know how to build a successful and thriving Facebook group? If so, this one is for you. Today's guest is Tony Eppright, who is the founder of, without a doubt, the best GrooveFunnels training course there is, GrooveFunnels Mastery. Stick around if you want to learn how Tony started his online course, what his launch strategies were, how he's growing one of the most supportive groups on Facebook, and how affiliate marketing is playing a role in his success. Also, if you stick around to the end, we're giving away 3 amazing pre-built funnel templates that you can import directly into GrooveFunnels. If you're not familiar with what GrooveFunnels is, it is essentially an all-in-one marketing tool. You can get yourself a free lifetime account via the links in the description. We'll go through it in a little bit more detail during the chat. Enough of me, let's go. Tony, thank you so much for joining Marketing Talks today.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. It's great to connect again. I'm just going to jump straight into the first question. So for the people who are listening or watching today, can you tell me a bit of your backstory into what you do now and the inspiration behind starting a course around GrooveFunnels? What was that process?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been into web development for about 15 years and pretty heavily with WordPress. And then probably the last 4 years, I was doing a lot with ClickFunnels, and then got into GrooveFunnels. It's been about a year now. I've always wanted to do a course. I've been big on online business, the kind of freedom that it gives you. My wife and I just finished 3 years. We had an RV and we were just traveling full time around the United States and Canada. And I was able to grow my business during those 3 years and actually started launching the course in the last 6 months. So I'm just really big on the freedom you can get from online business. I know not everybody wants to work for themselves, but I figured if I could help people and reach the people that do, it would be just amazing feeling for me, and just to be able to help other people. And when GrooveFunnels came out, I started looking at their training, and it was kind of painful to watch. It's the videos are super long. It's really hard to find. They have a ton of training. They have good training, but it's just kind of all over the place, and it's really hard to find what you want. And so I decided, I've been thinking about a course and starting little courses for the last 5 years, and I'm just going to do it. And I just jumped in and just started creating it. And yeah, so far it's been great.
Yeah, cool. So what other courses have you tried in the past?
Well, this is my first course that I've actually launched successfully, but I dabbled with ClickFunnels. I actually wrote an ebook on ClickFunnels speed optimization. I was going to turn that into a course. I also was going to do just a general ClickFunnels course, kind of like what I'm doing for GrooveFunnels, some things with WordPress and things like that. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever launched, and I just decided, I just kept making excuses, and I think a lot of times we're just afraid to succeed, afraid to put stuff out there because the risk of failure and things like that. But I just decided that I'm not going to make any more excuses. I'm just going to launch it, and as they say, launch it perfectly, and so that's what I did.
So maybe can you walk me through the strategy behind launching a GrooveFunnels Mastery course, and what were some of the top things you learned through that process?
Yeah, what I did was I coming from the ClickFunnels community, I was actually in one of their coaching programs, the 2 Comma Club coaching, and it's kind of a high-end coaching. It's about $30,000 a year for the coaching, so super expensive. But one of the things that they talk about always with course content is launch your course as a beta first to make sure you have interest in it, because a lot of times people will just do a ton of work, get their content out, and then nobody's interested. So I did that. I did a beta. It was super cheap, and I opened it up to 25 people at $150. I didn't have any content done yet, just had the outline. And then I was spending a lot of time inside of the official GrooveFunnels Facebook group, just helping people, answering questions. And I really wasn't asking for anything in return. I wasn't DMing people on the side and saying, hey, send me some money and I'll fix this for you. I just helped a bunch of people. I never asked for anything. And then people, started appreciating it. People started dropping my names, if somebody asked for something. So the first 25 beta spots sold out probably within 2 weeks. And, to this day, I haven't done any paid promotion. I have about 75 members now. So I raised the price to 300. Briefly, and now it's $497, and it's going to be going up to $997. But I haven't done any paid promotions. It's all been organic and just for me helping people and kind of word of mouth. And recently I've opened up the affiliate program, so I've had probably 4 or 5 affiliate sales since I've started that. But so I guess I would just say, just if you just offer value to people and it's okay to have a beta course, because the last thing you want to do is just spend weeks or months making a course and nobody wants it. So you can test the waters out and make sure that there's interest in it. And also that beta group will help you shape the course to make sure that you're giving the right content to your members.
There's some really good tips. And your particular course is obviously a bit more technical in nature. Do you think for someone to start a course in the area that you're in, GrooveFunnels, for example, do you need to be really technical, or is it just, have you just found that to be a really beneficial part of being a coach?
I don't think you need to be, as long as you can understand what you're coaching. I mean, a lot of times people are just coaching, they're just learning just, a little bit before they're teaching people. But as long as you're able to offer value and make it easy for people to understand. I think, one of the mistakes I made on the Groove Pages portion of my course is it's super in detail, and I think it might be a little overwhelming for people. So, if you could just simplify things for people, which is what I'm doing in the next courses. And, you don't have to be an expert. If you're teaching people how to build things, you probably have to have a little bit of a technical understanding so that you can learn the software and be familiar with it.
Yeah.
But, I don't think you have to be an expert to teach people, as long as you're helping people and you're teaching them what they want to understand. I think that's there's no problem. I bought courses from people that weren't experts, but the courses helped me tremendously. So as long as you're providing that value, I think it's okay to do.
Yeah. And also that point where you sort of just jumped into an existing Facebook community and just started helping people. I think that's a really interesting tip for people to understand, because it's like you've got your customers are already there. They're already in this community, a pool of people like wanting help in some way. And by you just adding value, like it's that word of mouth. I mean, I've certainly seen your name just being popped in these comments left, right, and center. And I can imagine it's generated a lot of attention to who you are, and it's built up a lot of brand strength and reputation for yourself. So I think that's a really interesting, good tip for people out there that wanting to start their own course.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple things about that. One is, it's kind of interesting because it's really easy to get into groups and start spamming stuff and start promoting your course. I think I've only really posted one thing about my course, which was kind of self-promotional. Well, it was self-promotional, but when I finished my landing page, I posted it. But it was also a very good looking page, and people are sharing their work all the time. But then, a bunch of people started messaging me about my course from that post. But that was probably the only post that I've done that's actually been somewhat promotional. So, if you go on and start spamming groups, start PMing people, behind the scenes, it's going to catch up with you, and it's not going to be beneficial at all. So that's definitely not the way to do it. And I would say just add value as much as you can, and just try to help people with nothing in return, no expectations to get anything back. And you'd be surprised at what will happen from that.
Yeah.
And it's nice when I see my name pop up. It makes me feel good, and it makes me realize that I've been helping a lot of people, and people are appreciating it, and they're showing their appreciation. I've had a ton of people PM me that I've helped, just on my own personal time, and never asked for anything in return. They've never purchased my course or purchased anything from me. But I just figure it all works out, and eventually, maybe they don't buy, but maybe they tell somebody else or whatever. But it just has worked out well for me. So I think it's a good strategy.
Yeah, and I think from my perspective and most of your course members, you've really created one of the most genuine groups on Facebook, in my opinion. So can you tell me a little bit about how important is your Facebook group to the success of your course?
Well, thank you. That's a huge compliment, first of all. I'm in a lot of courses, or in a lot of groups, I should say, and some are good, some are not so good. But I think it's been very important. I've had a couple groups in the past, but none of them have been really engaging or done too well. So I was really pleasantly surprised with the quality of people in the group and the level of engagement. People are just genuinely helping other people. And there's a lot of different type of professionals in there. We have entrepreneurs, we have people that are doing their own courses, people that are doing affiliate sales. But I think it's very important to have an active course. If people are an active group. If people are in your group and there's just no activity, then it's less engaging. People are probably less likely to recommend your group. People kind of feel like maybe they're not getting the support that they need. So I try to be in there constantly support people, answer questions. I also try to post, fresh content daily. And, I'm not a group expert by any means, but I've done some research on what works and what doesn't work, and then also my own trial and error. But recently I've started doing a weekly newsletter where I kind of recap, and a lot of that is posts from the group because a lot of people don't see those. And I've had a few people reach out to me and say that's been super helpful. And in the newsletter, most of those links will go back to the Facebook group, so it takes people back. So it's not a matter of me coming up with a bunch of new content. It's just a recap for everybody. So just keeping people active and redirecting them to the group, and welcoming new members, and try to do some fun and exciting things. I think it really goes a long ways.
Yeah, I really like that email idea. Actually, I have never seen that been done via a Facebook group before. So I think it's a really interesting take, because you're right. Like, I mean, we're on Facebook, we're only really served the messages that the algorithm says we should see. So getting that email out there on a weekly basis, I myself have seen that and seen a couple of topics where I'm like, oh, that's really interesting, and have gone back in to read it. And yeah, it's super helpful. And it is also, it's just another touch point, I suppose, connecting with the group admin, like what you're being a part of. And I think it sort of maintains that relationship, I suppose, with not just the course creator, but the community as well.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook is super hard to keep up with anything. And even if you just pop into the group and start browsing posts, I mean, it's kind of a mess to really find stuff and follow. So I don't think I've ever seen that from a group, but I've seen that from different services and things where they do like a weekly recap. So I thought maybe this is a good opportunity to, people are missing a bunch of stuff. Some people maybe even make it into the group. So one, it's a good way to keep people up to date. Two, it's a good way to get people back into the group, so maybe they'll be more active in the group. And the more people that are partaking in the group, the better it is for everybody. Just build a community. And the other thing is, if you're in a course or any kind of a program and you're never hearing anything, you start to feel like, is this thing abandoned or what's going on? So by sending out that weekly newsletter, even if people aren't reading it, they know there's activity, they know there's stuff going on. So I think it's really a good idea to do something like that.
So on that point, can you what would you say the top 3 tips would be when it comes to managing a successful Facebook group?
The top 3 tips from my experience, one, I think it's super important to welcome people and try to, bring people into the community. 2, I think you definitely have to be active in there and engaging. If people ask a question or people comment, I try to reply to everybody's comment, or at least, if it doesn't deserve a reply, then just at least like it, or give it a heart or something, just to let people know. So I think it's really important to engage with people and post consistent with your content, regular and consistent content. And then the third one, I haven't had any issues with moderation or things like that. So right now anybody can post, but as groups get bigger, you'll start seeing people start spamming and things like that. So I think it is important to, just keep an eye on what's going on and what people are posting and things like that.
Yeah. And you mentioned a lot of your promotion is done through word of mouth, really, but is there any other sort of marketing efforts that you've done for GrooveFunnels Mastery course? Like, you mentioned, maybe you can touch on the Groove affiliate part of what you're doing.
Yeah, currently I haven't done much. I've been trying to get the course a little further along before I start promoting it. And I just finished the second component, which is Groove Video Mastery. And we'll start Groove members this week, and then Groove Sell. But yeah, the affiliate program I just opened up. And so if anybody recommends my course, they have their own special link that they'll get 40% commission. So I just had somebody today that signed up at $497 using someone's affiliate link. So that affiliate will get about $198 or so, which was, just for believing in my course and recommending it to somebody with their link, they made $200 from that sale. Yeah, as far as future promotions, I do plan on doing some Facebook ads. And I also am taking a look at doing a viral contest, which I've never done before.
And what is that?
A viral contest is where you run a contest and people get points for sharing.
Okay. Yep.
To send people, and so it'll send people into the funnel, and you have a giveaway of some type. So maybe I give away GrooveFunnels Platinum membership, which is about $1,400. So if whoever wins the contest, I would buy that membership for them. Or for people that already have it, I'd have to think of something else. And then you can do things like, if let's say I had 20 funnels that I gave away as a bonus, maybe I had a sell for like $27. So, you can offer those type of things to generate revenue for that to kind of help fund some of the things as well. And then at the end, you can do like discount your course or something. So that's kind of the ultimate goal, is to get people into your mailing list so you can start adding value to them. And then at the end, you can offer everybody that didn't win an opportunity to get your course for a discounted rate, so that everybody kind of feels like they won. I've never done it before. I've kind of been studying some and really looking at the strategy. And I know some people that have done really, really well with it. So, the expense is whatever you're giving away, you have to buy that unless you can partner with somebody, but they work really well.
Yeah.
And with Facebook ads, I haven't been running any yet, but you can use link shorteners. I think you're using Switch, and they're really cool because you can attach your Facebook pixel or any other pixels that you have. And so now anybody that's clicked on my short link, I can retarget them in Facebook. So I can specifically send them an ad saying, hey, you were interested in my course, here's the deal or whatever. And so I really recommend anybody that you really start getting your Facebook pixels set up right away, even if you have no intention of using it, because you never know if you're going to start running Facebook ads. Having that pixel on your page or on your short link, you just start collecting that right away. And Facebook is really smart at figuring out those, how to send traffic to those people. And it's also really good at finding people similar to those people. So if you wanted to do, they call like lookalike audiences and things like that, you can now start targeting similar people when you start to open up your ad spend and kind of grow your campaign.
Yeah. Okay. You were talking about the affiliate stuff before, and I probably should have started with this question, but maybe can you explain what GrooveFunnels actually is, and also explain like why the affiliate program, why that makes it different for Groove? Because from my understanding, it's kind of unheard of from a marketing platform perspective.
Well, it is. Well, first of all, GrooveFunnels it's a software. It's software as a service. So that means it's a hosted software, and it's a marketing platform. They're branding themselves now as a CRM, which is customer relations
management. Yeah.
Management. There you go. I always get all these different things, all these different acronyms confused.
Yeah.
But the basis of it is their first component was Groove Pages, which was a website and funnel page builder. It's kind of a drag and drop. And they also have a Groove Sell, which allows you to take payments, and you can do like manage affiliates income and things like that. Recently, they've added Groove Member, so you can host your own members platforms, kind of like Kajabi or things like that. Groove Mail, which was currently not fully operational, but supposed to be coming back online in May, which is similar to Active Campaign, so you can do automations and things like that. They have a video hosting section, they have a blogging section. So they're building all these different components, and slowly they're combining them to all tie in together. It's still in beta. It's been in beta for a while. They are actively developing, so there's always improvements. I will say the Groove Pages has been a little frustrating at times, but at least we're still seeing progress, and they're continuing to fix it. But it's there's still some work that needs to be done on that before I think it's going to really compete with the major platforms. But once you learn the little things, you can build really great looking websites or pages. And just the big thing now is it's $1,400 for a lifetime license, or they have a free plan which you can build up to 3 websites on, and it's really very robust for a free plan. I mean, obviously the goal is to get people into the free plan and then have them upgrade, but you can do a ton of stuff with the free plan. So the limitations are very reasonable, and it just has a little branding on the bottom that says powered by Groove or something like that. But so for people that are kind of, if your curiosity is piqued, I would definitely check out the free plan. I think you're going to have a link here probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you can do, you can take payments, you can have upsells, order bumps, and things like that. And the genius of what they're doing is their affiliate program. I won't say it's 100% original. ClickFunnels was actually doing something similar, which was a 40% affiliate payout with a second tier of 10%. So they've kind of modeled that, but they've also everybody that signs up is automatically assigned an affiliate link. So it's a little bit more automated than the ClickFunnels. We have to go and apply for that. And basically when you sign up, if you're on their free plan, you get an affiliate link, and if somebody purchases with your link, you get 20% commission on whatever they purchase. And if you're on their the GrooveFunnels Platinum plan, which means you're a paid customer, it goes up to 40% commission, and then you'll also get 10% of anybody that's purchased from your link of any of their sales. So it has a second tier component to it as well. And I don't do much with affiliate. I'm just mostly focused on my course, but I have done some. I've probably made $2,500 or $3,000, maybe $2,500 to $3,000, just for very passive, not really any active. But I know people that have made six figures or more doing it. So some people are making this a lucrative business for sure.
Yeah. Personally, when I jumped into GrooveFunnels, the benefit for me at least was to see that a company is trying to combine all of these amazing applications that a modern day business would need on a daily basis, but just a lifetime fee to access all of these, it's quite an easy sell in that perspective when you think about how much you're likely going to spend having to connect all of these separate services, try to integrate them. There's probably troubles with data in between each service. You need specialized expertise in each of these platforms. For myself, who's been in the automation business for 11 plus years, like GrooveFunnels made a lot of sense to me. And despite the fact that it's in beta and it has its kinks as any sort of new platform would, I think the vision of that behind what they're trying to achieve is really, it's quite different. It's quite remarkable. And I think it's, in a lot of ways, it's market leading.
It really is. And it's a huge undertaking. And, it's really easy to spend money and then, 6 months later, get really frustrated and start complaining. But if you look at the work that's going into it, it's, they're definitely making some improvements. And the most encouraging thing for me is their latest releases have been much better. So Grooveblog, it just seems much more polished on initial release, whereas everything before that was kind of like they really released it kind of in a hurry and rushed, and there were a lot of little issues that had to be fixed. So it's encouraging to see Grooveblog come out and be really ready to, you could probably say Grooveblog is not even a beta product. It seems like it's really, I haven't done too much with it, but it seems really, really ready for the public. So that's encouraging, and they're going to have webinar stuff coming out soon and schedulers. And, ultimately, once this is all up and running, it's going to be the deal of the century probably, because you can replace so much software and save so much money. And, for the people that invested early, the lifetime deal is not going to go on forever. I think they're saying a few more months at max. I don't know the exact date, but, so people that got in for $1,400 and they never have to pay again for any of this, you can host your videos, you can send out email automations, you can take online payments with order bumps, upsells, downsells, all that stuff, and you don't have to pay any ongoing service. It really is a tremendous value.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, okay, maybe we can jump back to your course just to finish off on a couple of things here. But so what's the future of you and the course, GrooveFunnels Mastery?
Well, it's a ton of content, and it was a big undertaking to put out a course for something that's in beta because it's changing a lot. So
that was going to be my other question, actually, is how do you actually maintain the content updates? It must be quite a headache.
Yeah, so for the course, for Groove Pages, there's some stuff that needs to be updated, but they've been talking about introducing a new version of the builder, so within the next few weeks. I'm not 100% sure, so I decided to wait for that before I go back and redo update the content. It may be that I have to just end up redoing it all, which would be okay, that I can simplify it a little bit. But I just released Groove Video, and that's 100% up to date. That's got the latest changes, and then I'll continue on to the next ones. But, I fully expect there's going to be a lot of going back and editing certain lessons, or maybe even redoing some of the courses. And, I'll probably, right now it includes 6 courses, and I'll probably add Grooveblog to that, included for people that purchase. So it'll just be an extra value. And, my philosophy is I'm not really big on discounting the course, even though right now it's $497, it will be $997. But I am big on adding just a ton of value so that, whatever you pay, you're going to get way more value. Like, we just picked one winner in our group and did a full funnel build out, including copy and everything. That's from somebody that was a certified ClickFunnels designer. He's really done, $1 million funnels for people. Wow. And she got her copy, everything for free. I'm actually building out the funnel. It's almost finished. And then from that, we created, I think, 3 or 4 templates that we're going to give away to all of our members for free. So we're just trying to add value ongoing like that. And even though the course, with all the changes, the content might get outdated pretty quickly, but I'm always willing to jump on a private message or a Zoom call with somebody and help them out. And, I'm staying on top of the changes myself. So, or just posting in the group, hey, this has been a change. So everybody knows what's going on. And I've helped quite a few people launch their funnels personally. I've even, some people have sent me their funnels and I've finished them up for them and sent them back, or jumped on a Zoom call. So just trying to continue to add value. And, even though it's not realistic to expect the course to be 100% up to date when it's in beta and changing weekly, but as long as I'm there to support people, everybody seems very happy. I haven't had any refund requests or anything like that. So it's been, it's been good so far.
Yeah, awesome. And so you just mentioned a couple of templates that you've pre-made. So is there anything that you would like to share with the listeners or what viewers today that they could get some value out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I have 3 templates that I'm giving away here to your listeners, and you don't need to have the paid GrooveFunnels, so you can sign up for a free account and you can use these templates right away. One is it's a kind of an e-commerce. It's just an earphone funnel. So it's just a really nice looking if you have a single product and you want to sell. The other one is a webinar funnel. It's a little bit of more of a feminine look, but really nice looking webinar funnel. And that was my original design by my designers that I made for our group. And then the third one is a teeth whitening opt-in funnel that's also really nice looking, and that was my original design as well. So yeah, you'll have the share link. So if you sign up for a free account with GrooveFunnels, then you can just click these links and it'll import it straight into your account, and you can have up to three websites in there. So
that's amazing, man. That's already so much value for anyone if they get to it. But Tony, thank you so much. And for anyone who's watching and listening, check out GrooveFunnels Mastery course that Tony runs. If you're interested in GrooveFunnels and you do sign up, he's the man to go to when it comes to anything technical, anything how to. I can definitely vouch for being part of the Facebook group, because everyone's super friendly and very helpful. Your questions answered within a day, if that. So yeah, it's a very good group, and it's a very good community that Tony's built up there. So yeah, and that's all. So Tony, thank you so much for your time, and it's been a pleasure to catch up with you again, and hopefully we can catch up again soon.
It's great to have you in the group, and I appreciate being on your show. So thank you very much.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Marketing Talks. If you enjoyed the show, please give it a like and hit subscribe for more content just like this. Drop a comment below and let me know what you learned from today's episode. And until next time, have a good one.